Hello, I'll be playing Maj'Eyal, which is a roguelike. I'll be trying out the Demonologist class as an ogre. I played this class previously um, to the boss of the starting zone. They start in a special area called the Fearscape. And when I first played, I didn't understand how to use the talents, so the boss completely destroyed me. There was a doom shield or a shield talent that I should have been using, and I wasn't using on the boss. So on this try, I'll be using this Osmosis Shield when I fight the boss on the third level of the Fearscape starting area, which I think will make the fight a lot easier. Overall, the Demonologist is a mix of shield use, so shield and one or two-hander. If you're an ogre, you can use a two-hander in one hand, so eventually it'll be a two-hander, and magic use. There are two main talent trees that seem to define the Demonologist class. There is the Doom Shield tree, which allows you to get this Osmosis Shield, which heals you as you get hit. Hardened Core, which increases your armor and your spell power. And then there are a couple of higher level talents that I haven't looked at much. And then this Demonic Pact tree, which allows you to use a demon seed on anything you're fighting, and when they die, you might be able to capture their essence inside the demon seed, and then you can either summon them out, which doesn't seem very effective, or you can attach them to your equipment. Initially only your weapon, but later as you move up this tree, you get the ability to attach the demon seeds to your rings and your shield and your main armor. So this seems like really, these seem like the two trees that are really important for the demonologist. They both use magic, so I'll need to level up my magic stat at least to unlock these trees. Um, and I think I'll also focus on the strength stat, since this is essentially a melee class. And strength is also needed to unlock the shield talents, as well as to unlock some of the talents in the combat training generic tree. There are other trees they get. We get this combat techniques tree, which has a really nice talent at the top, blinding speed, and I've had this before on my bulwark. This allows you to move really fast. It's a great talent, but it has a long cooldown. This combat veteran tree is not very good. Quick recovery will let me get a little bit of stamina, so I might put a point or two here because I think this class has stamina issues. I ran into a tough fight and ran out of stamina when I played this class earlier up to level 4. This tree, Shadow Flame tree, this first level talent is an escape talent. It looks like it lets you walk through walls, and if you are in the wall when the talent ends after 5 turns, you get randomly teleported. And also has this Flames of Urok talent, which looks good. It lets you turn into a demon, so you get fire resist, darkness resist, global speed increase. So this talent seems really good. So probably I'll be going up this tree to get at least this Flames of Urok. And this Infernal Combat tree doesn't seem very good. The first level talent, though, lets you summon enemies to you or pull enemies to you. Instead of charging them, you send out a Flame Lash and draw them to you. So I'll put a point at least here. Um, and for my other points at first level, I think I want this Escape talent, Wraith Form. And I think I'll put a point in Doom Shield, even though I probably won't use it unless I'm fighting a boss, because the Doom Shield is a sustain, but it drains your Vim. So you can see the talent drains 3 Vim per turn. So until I've gone up the Demonic Pact tree and am able to attach demons to my rings, which lets you regenerate Vim, I probably won't be using this talent very much. Okay, so for stats, I think initially I'll get my strength to 20 and I'll get my magic to 20 after that. For generic talents, I'll take the point out of this black magic tree because I don't think I'll use this tree. The way the first couple talents here work is that if you have a point in bleak outcome, when you hit something, it's a sustain. You hit something, you get a stack of bleak outcome. If you're able to stack 5 bleak outcome, then when you use the second level talent, Stripped Life, and you kill the enemy, you get an increase in your spell power. It doesn't seem very strong, and it also seems like on most enemies it's not going to work because you won't be able to hit them 5 times before you kill them. So I'm not really sure it's very effective. Instead, I'll put a point into this Willful Tormentor talent, which allows your Vim max to be higher. You can gather more Vim, which could help with this Osmosis Shield, because you'll have more Vim to start with when you use it against bosses. And I think I'll also put a point into this Heightened Senses, which is always a pretty good talent. I'll probably go up this tree. I'll get Heightened Senses maybe for a point, which just lets me see invisibility and avoid traps. And then I'll probably put points into Device Mastery, because I will have the Tinkering ability from an Escort. One of the mods that I use just a few mods really. I use the Zomnibus mod, which is some quality of life mods. It lets you compare items easier and put a couple other small quality of life improvements in the game. Anyway, I have I'll use the mod that lets you pick escorts, because I want to try the Tinker Escort. I've never really played with Tinkers too much. I unlocked Tinkering by playing 2 Orcs of the Orc expansion up to one of the first few areas where you kill a boss. And if you kill him twice, then you're able to, with 2 different characters, you unlock Tinkering Escort. So I haven't really tried the Tinkering abilities much, and I want to try those, so I'll use that mod to be able to pick a Tinker and a few other Escorts. Device Mastery, I think, works on the injectors you get as a Tinker, so I'll probably end up putting points into this. And Track is nice because it lets you see foes around you, so you can kind of see if there are rares. There might be 3 or 4 rares into a room. You don't want to charge in with Auto Explore. You want to sort of carefully peek around the corner and draw them out of the room one at a time if you can. So I'll probably put a point into Track eventually. So for now, this is how I'll start out. And this text explains that you're in this starting area. You just regained your memories and you realize you're from Maj'Eyal continent, not from this area, and you want to escape. Here's where I can pick my escorts. I'll probably take, I think, an Alchemist maybe, a Sun Paladin, a Tinker, and some Warriors. Okay, I start out in a pretty difficult situation here. Mobs all around me, so I will put up my shield, turn on my racial talent, Ogre Wrath, although I probably did that a little early. Put up my Osmosis Shield. I will try to kill this Mana Worm quickly. And then I'll try to put a Demon Seed on this Mutilator. And then I'll Flame Lash in this worm to kill him. And 2 more enemies appear. That's not great. Let me turn off my shield because it'll quickly drain my Vim. And then I'll try to kill this worm before I turn on the other worm. It looks like that one disappeared, so maybe I can rest. Yep. And it looks like we have an investigator here. Summon him in. Basically, for this class, sort of the rotation that I have been using is Flame Leash to summon them to me or to draw them to me. And then either Shield Pummel to stun them or Demon Seed to try to get a Demon Seed from them. It also causes some damage and it dazes them. And then Block as kind of a filler. And Block gives me the ability to counter strike at enemies. It puts a debuff on them. So now if I look at my inventory, I have a Demon Seed. So right here I have a level 3 Demon Seed, Fire Imp, and it's attached to my main hand. It gives me Flame Bolts, which is a passive bolt of flame that shoots out when I hit things. So this is nice. I think it automatically goes on your main hand from the first enemy that you get a Demon Seed from. And I think you always get a Demon Seed from the first enemy you kill if you use Demon Seed talent. So I've got that on my weapon now. There's an axe up here, so let's go see what that is. It looks like this imp maybe just teleported, so he might be vulnerable. He can't teleport again right now. Axe and boots. Great. This is good loot because the last time I was here I didn't get much. So I can definitely wear these boots. They'll increase my armor, and it's actually a magic axe. This is perfect. So what I want to do, I think, is remove the demon seed from my iron sword, wear the magic axe, which is decent, I guess. Gives me 5 mind when I hit things, so that's great. And then I will reattach the demon seed to the axe, and I'll transmog this iron sword. Because I, on a previous character, unlocked an area called Share Tool, which is a fortress you get as a character, I'm able to, on every other character I create, get this transmogrification chest, which is it lets you destroy items for gold instead of having to go back to a store to sell them. Alright, so this is a good start so far, I think. Finding that magic axe was great. Although, I'm not doing much damage with this magic axe. I seem to kill them more quickly with the sword, so I'm not sure why. Let me read it. Maybe it's just bad luck. It causes more damage than the sword. The sword, I think, was 10 to 14. I don't see why, so I'll keep using it. Don't have another choice since I already transmogged the sword anyway. Okay, this is killing him quickly, so maybe it was just bad luck on the 1 or 2 mobs that I fought there. I just saw a teleport up there, so it looks like there's an imp up there. This guy doesn't want to come around the corner, so I'll put up my shield and get summoned into the middle of all these guys. So let me put up my osmosis shield, which is instant, turn on my ogre wrath. I will initially, I think, put up block and then try to take down one of these guys quickly. I leveled up, which heals me. Oh, actually I didn't heal. I thought I would heal when I leveled up. Let me try to kill this imp, and then I'll stun one of the other guys. Demon seed him. Block. And then I think I'm going to turn off this sustain so it doesn't drain my Vim. Vim, I think you get when you kill things. So it takes a while to regenerate your Vim if you drain it to 0 with the shield. And I think I didn't mention this class doesn't start with any way to heal itself. So it's important to use the shield that you start with to prevent damage, because there's no way to get your life back when you're in a fight other than getting out of the fight and resting. You start with 3 runes. You start with the shielding rune, you start with the teleport rune or blink rune, which is not very effective. It just blinks you for 3 squares and gives you a little defense and resistance for a short time. And Shatter Afflictions rune, which will clear everything on you. So this is pretty good. And also gives you a small shield. But no heal. So the idea is to avoid getting damaged in the first place. And keep your shield up. Let's see if those demons will come to me. It looks like they will not, so I'll have to go after them. So I'll put up my shield, Flame Lash. I'll use Ogre Wrath here. And let's see if I can take down this imp. Yep. Okay, job done. By the way, I'm using Auto Explore, which is the Z key. So generally after a fight, I'll hit R to rest, and then Z, which will take me to the next fight, Auto Explore to the next sighting of an enemy or a door. This guy, I have no way to get to him, so let's see if he'll follow me. Yep, there he comes. Okay, first level finished. I'm level 2. I don't really think I'll spend those points right now. I'll save them because there's not much to get. This is a memory that comes back of being a subject of an experiment or some experiments. They were kind of torturing you. Not exactly torturing you, but experimenting on you, which amounted to torture. And there comes a fireball from an imp, so let's step aside there.